Hey guys, welcome back. We are continuing our journey through Sonic 06. We're in this motherfudging Crisis City land, and it's split up into 4 different sections. We've got like a snowboard section, we've got a runny jumpy section, we've now got a runny jumpy over a great big wind and platform section, which is what we're on now. And then there's a next section which is just a run away from everything, and that's the one that's causing us trouble. So, yes, but in the meantime, I'm pouring my soul. In the last episode I talked about things basically that revolved around my dodgy dad. Dodgy dad. I actually bumped into him. It's funny, you know, when it rains it pours, as they say. It was we all kind of we parted ways. We were at each other's throats basically. I don't know, I don't think we were at each other's throats. I don't think. It was just I don't know. I don't know. It was like living with him wasn't the best. He wasn't a nice man, you know what I mean? Like he's not someone you can really bare your soul to, you know what I mean? Growing up, we weren't really connected. We didn't really have the same hobbies. We didn't really have the same interests. We had no common ground basically when we were growing up. So it was really difficult to kind of get an understanding, get a bond with him, you know what I mean? So yeah, growing up, we really wouldn't, and we were everything that we did together. It was forced, you know. I didn't want to go to the rugby club that he was going to. You know, I would rather just do something else. But we didn't have a choice, so we were dragged to this crap. I didn't want to go to garden centres all the bloody well time. We were dragged to that crap. I didn't want to go to mother fudging. Everything he wanted to do, I didn't want to do basically. So there was a massive kind of like disconnect there. We didn't see eye to eye. I think there was a period of time where we did kind of like get on quite well, but I think he would always go out of his way to prove a point to say, I'm not your friend. I am not your friend. I remember one time we used to be, I felt like we were super tight. But I can't remember everything that we did during that time for me to feel that way. But I just remember the way it all kind of like crumbled away. Was when, I think one day I didn't want to eat something and he put it on my head. He made me wear it basically. One of his many tricks. As you do. It's funny, like I say this stuff like it's normal. I'm sure someone would be like, oh, that's child abuse. But yeah, he hit us. He used to strike us. He used to throw, he used to put our food in our head if we didn't bloody eat it and stuff like that. It was what it was. I remember when I told my friend this once. We were picking up some stuff from a supermarket for whatever reason, binge eating, playing video games all night or something. And I told him this. And I was like, yeah, he does it all the time. He's like, dude, he pulled. I think he was like, yeah, he was in the car. He was driving. He just passed his test, and we were doing that thing where you go to the supermarket and buy crap every now and again. And just so he can drive. I remember him pulling over, like he's like, dude, you want to talk about it? And I'm like, well, no, I don't know what to say because it's normal. I don't know where people stand. I'd be interested to know where you guys stand with. To me, on the surface, it sounds like a big no-no, doesn't it? It is a massive no-no. I will never hit my kids. I think as young adults, we'd always say that, but like, what I want to try and engage is like, were you ever, were you guys ever? I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm trying to interact with here. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, can you blame them for doing it? I don't know. It's like one of those things where like it was acceptable at the time. It was acceptable, but does it mean because it was acceptable at the time does it make it right? No, it doesn't. So yeah, he used to whack us quite a lot. So there's one thing as I said, like I remember there was a brief period of time where we were like, I felt like we were like on the same page, but then he made a point. I can remember it distinctly, being in the bathroom, looking in the mirror, being covered in like mashed potato or something, or some other vegetable or whatever, and him. I remember saying something like, "I thought we were friends," and he said, "I'm not your friend." And that, this sort of things stick with you, doesn't it? He purposely threw all my food over me, and then he talked shit basically. Give me my rings. There you go. I don't think you want to kind of jump in this level. You just want to kind of keep avoiding stuff. You don't want to jump in this level. You just want to kind of avoid stuff. To your best of your abilities. Give me some rings. Give me some rings. Oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that. Pouring your heart out worked. Yeah, I don't know. Like, where was I going with it? Where was I going with this stuff? So yeah, used to hit us and whatnot. But yeah, so like growing up with him, going through secondary school, going through college, like he like I didn't want to do the I don't know. I don't want to brag and say I was an intelligent kid, but you know, I knew enough. I got by enough to get a decent lot of GCSEs. But then I was told what mother fudging. Oh, Shadow episode is now unlocked. I did enough to get a decent level GCSEs, and I wanted to do like more media stuff. And it's ironic that I'm doing a YouTube video right now because now I've managed to get back into this. I'm like pushing against the box of media, what I wanted to do when I was a kid. But I was like forced to do more business studies, ICT, and all that crap. And I hated that. I resented it for that. So, but there you go. And yeah, from like the age of like 16, I remember actually. Yeah. I think the disconnect happened from when I was working in KFC. I worked from KFC from the age of 16 up until 16 up until the age of 18. And there was one time when I was doing a late shift. I came home from work one night, and I don't want to like air their dirty laundry, but basically my old man did something. Which basically is a big no-no in a relationship, put it that way. I'm not paying attention to this, sorry guys. I'll watch it again and catch up. I get the gist. Sonic needs the Chaos Emerald. Go back in past. This dude, not friend. Are we friends now? Question mark.
So that blue hedgehog's the ableist trigger?
Yeah, so he did something. I came back from the late shift at like 3 a.m. He did something. He's been called out for it. Mother was throwing his bloody clothes out the friggin' door, and I witnessed all that. You know, my parents never used a fault at that point. You know, my dad at that point. You know, he was an arse, but mum still loved him, whatever. But you know, this all happened. So I was witnessing it all. I was breaking up the arguments. I was like thinking, what the fudge's going on with all these clothes and whatnot. Yeah, so I was in the midst of this argument, thrown straight into the middle. My sister was away over a friend's house, and my brother came home slightly afterwards, massively drunk out, pissed out of his face. I had to undress him and put him to bed, so he couldn't remember anything. So I was there in the situation, and I knew everything. And normally what would happen I like to think, is that when someone does something, what he did, that they split up. I thought that was going to be the jams, but nope, they stayed together and swept the whole situation under the rug. And with the whole situation, I went with it as well. So that was the day, I like to think, where the disconnect happened between myself and the rest of my immediate family. I like to think over time I've gained the connection back with my mother and my brother and my sister, but it's not 100%. I'll say more so my brother than anything. I like to think that we're more friends than we. Yeah. I'll say my brother's there, but you know, with my mum and sister, not 100%. I felt like we turned a page when my sister got married. Maybe 99. There's that little bit left, you know what I mean? But as far as my father is concerned, we didn't see eye to eye. And it all kind of come ahead one night. The reason why there was a massive disconnect between me, myself, and me, my brother, and my sister, and my family is because I knew this dirty little secret, but no one else. The other two wasn't. Mum and dad wasn't admitting to it. And my brother and sister had no idea. So I would look like an asshole because I resented them, but everyone else thought I was a asshole because they swept this whole situation under the carpet. So it was a difficult situation. In the end, I had a bit of a mental breakdown a couple of years later, and it all came out of the woodwork. And yeah, I still don't know if they understand that was the reasoning. But they all know that I had a bit of a mental breakdown back then. So, yeah, that wasn't cool. And, I've overcome it over the last couple. That mental breakdown happened around about the age of 19. I'll say something like that. I tried to kind of, I carried on basically. I carried on. I jumped from job to job. I didn't really have a fixed footing anywhere. Kind of spent 3 months here, 6 months here at this job. It wasn't until it wasn't until like the age of like 20 that I actually got into my first long-term career job. I spent 3 years at this particular office, so that was like the longest innings at that point. There you go, Sonic. There you go. I'm not pressing anything. I'm not going to touch anything. He's doing his own thing. There you go. Alright, now I'm back in the game. Yeah, that was my longest innings. So, where was I going to the story? What was the point of the story? So, yeah, there was always resentment there. I was still living with the parents, and it got to like the age of... I was living to him up until the age of like 25. What usually used to happen was I used to come home from work and jobs are good, and I used to come home. Oh crap! You gotta be kidding me! I clipped the edge and I collected the ring. It's letting me. Oh, I'm dead. I clipped the side of the wall and it bloody made me fall. What was I saying? Yeah, I live with them. There were times where like we were amicable. But there was always an underlying feeling like, I don't like you, you don't like me, towards myself and my father. We came ahead a few times when we argued, and then we'd spend months not talking to each other, and then someone would say something and be like, oh, can you pass me this? And they'd be like, that's the end of it. The underlying intention won't disappear, but we just put up with each other a bit more until the next argument, and that carried on for years. You know what I mean? It wasn't healthy. Definitely wasn't healthy. But there you go. That was life between the age of... Oh crap! What the fudge's going on? I'm hitting the side of the wall and it's making me fudging fall down. Yeah. So that was that. And then it all kind of came ahead when like a stupid argument happened when the internet. I used to live in the attic, a converted attic. Converted. I'm trying to think of another word for it, if it's an American word for it. But no, I was in the roof. My room was in the roof. Oh shit. I'm not concentrating, am I? And the internet would go up into my room. The router was up in my room, and then they used to get the internet down from the Wi-Fi. But then he wanted to change it because his connection was crap, apparently. But all it was that his laptop was crap. He didn't understand that. I tried to explain to him a million times, wouldn't have none of it. Because they kept downloading fudging LimeWire or Napster or whatever crappy software it was at the time to do dodgy stuff. Anyway, alright, Sonic, be calm, be collected. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go, and then no, go back up again. Oh shit, never mind. So he moved the router down to the bottom of the house, and now I didn't have any internet, and I was doing all my online gaming and stuff like that. I was on Call of Duty and all that rubbish. I was like, oh, my internet for my laptop is gone and stuff like that. I was watching AVGN videos, the usual stuff. yeah, but and then he kept saying to me, oh yeah, I'll sort it out. I'll get a wire going from the router up into the room. I'll sort it out. And I kept asking for it. Like, you know, every now and again I was asking for it. Like, mate, you said you're going to do this for me. Do you mind? Is there a time frame where you're going to do it? And he was like, no, don't ask. Stop asking me. Stop having to go at me. In the end, I think so. There was a little tension there and get angry and stuff like that. And then I can't remember what. We got into a massive argument about it. Wouldn't sort it out. Oh, fudging hell, Sonic. What the fudge is going on, mate? And then one day we were in the laundry room. Little tiny cubbyhole in the house. Little tiny house. All you can do is fit in washing machine, tumble dryer, and yourself in order to put the stuff in. And then we were both in this tiny room together, and I was getting my stuff out of my washing machine, and then we had a massive argument about that, and it turned into a brawl. Basically, he got right into my face, headbutted me in the face, and started throwing punches. Basically, yeah, beat the shit out of me. I'm not talking about like the kind of attack, the kind of like thing you do to discipline your child. You smack them, you give them a little spank on the bum. No, he flat out punched me in the headbutted me in the face. Knees to the face, everything else in between. You know what I mean? He assaulted me basically. He was arrested. I called the police because I was just like, I don't know what the fudge. That was animalistic what he did, and he went. Police officers got him. I didn't press any charges because I thought he will admit to it all and then he'll get a slap on the wrist or it'll be on his record or whatever. But he just gave the old. No comment bullshit. Sat there and just went no comment. So no record of it on his criminal record or whatever. So yeah, after that I moved out and not seen him since. So there you go. Should I do one more episode? I feel like I should maybe do one more episode just to kind of actually advance in this game because I'm not actually paying attention. So I'm gonna come back in the next episode, guys. I'm gonna put hold of pouring my heart out. Comment below if any of this is useful to you. I don't know. If you have any questions or anything, give me a shout. I don't really know where I'm going with this, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's good to kind of like talk. But so thank you for listening, and come back in the next episode as we continue our journey through Sonic Adventure. Sonic 06. Cheers then, guys. See you then. Bye bye.